Hi guys, how you doing? I know it's been a little while since I've put anything up on YouTube. For that I apologise. If you've been following my videos for a while, you already know why, so I won't go into any details. But yeah, so here I am. I've got a topic that I want to talk about today, and I know that it's going to be a bit controversial, and I know that there are people out there that will disagree massively with me, and that's okay. I quite like stimulating a little bit of debate, and I quite like the idea that we can get some interplay between between maybe Matt Easton, possibly Lindy Beige and Scal if they're interested in the subject. Maybe it'd be nice to get their opinion on it too. The basic premise that I'm putting forward, my subject if you like, is that English backsword is a significantly better system of sword fighting than British Military Sabre. And to be honest, it seems so blindingly obvious to me that I don't really know why I have to go into any detail to explain that premise. British Military Sabre is far simpler. It's effectively taken out all the different ranges, all the different styles of combat. It's got a numbered list of cuts with a various number of blocks to go with those cuts, and you practice it a lot until you get really good at doing it. And it's very easy to learn, and it's very easy to get good at that very limited range of techniques. It's very limited when it comes to closing and grappling. There's no real close fight involved in Sabre. There's no variation in the styles of fight. If you look at something like English backsword, we can look at the guard-ant fight, we can look at the open fight, we can look at the variable fight, we can look at the close fight, and these all have very different flavours, if you like. They're very different ways of fighting, but they're all done in conjunction with one another, and it's possible to switch from one to the other very easily. It's possible to switch from a variable ward, from forehand, be it inside-outside, to true guard-ant, bastard guard-ant, open ward. It's possible to use your guard-ant to close under and get to the grapple. It's possible to use open ward to keep your opponent at bay. And these are all things that you don't really find within British Military Sabre. So you can see at that point that the backsword is a much more complex system. Now, the reason that Sabre became the style of sword fighting is effectively because of its simplicity. All the stuff that's hard to learn, the stuff that it's difficult to get good at, was taken away. And all the stuff that it's very easy to practice and easy to get good at was remained. So you've got this really basic core of a system of swordplay, and that's British Military Sabre. So in effect, it's a bit like comparing a Beethoven symphony with playing chopsticks on the piano. It's very easy to get very good at playing chopsticks on the piano. It's very difficult to get good at playing complex, long pieces of classical music. You need a much greater depth of knowledge, and you need a much broader level of knowledge. And once you have that, then you're a far better musician or swordsman than if you just simply played the same few notes again and again and again until you could do them absolutely blindfold without any hesitation whatsoever. So, yes, there are Sabrers out there. Within HEMA, Sabre is very popular at the moment, it's very fashionable, and I'm sure I'll get some stick for saying this because everyone's doing Sabre at the moment. But the reason they're doing it is because it's so simple and so basic and so easy to get competent at that it's very easy to see results very quickly. And if that's what you want, then fine, go for it, great. It's lovely that so many people are taking up a British form of swordplay, and that's fantastic. But it would be a real shame if those people that had taken up British Military Sabre were to think that that was all there was. Because there's a huge amount more to swordplay than cuts 1 to 6 or 8 or whatever it is, depending on which system you use, I suppose. But as you can tell, I'm not a Sabrer. I'm not a particularly big fan of British Military Sabre. I think it limits you considerably. I think it takes away a lot of the options that you need to be a successful fighter. I think it's a fantastic system of fencing, but it's not a system of combat. So there you go. That's why I honestly believe that English Backsword is a significantly better system of combat than British Military Sabre. I suspect a lot of you will disagree with me. Stick something in the comments down below if you do. I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts on the matter. If you agree with me, again, let me know. I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'm going to mention this again. If you haven't already, please check out the Patreon link down below in the description. It's a way to help fund me to make more and better videos. I won't bore you with my family situation at the moment, but I'm in a situation where it's very difficult to get out and get a regular job. So there's a lot of stuff that I'm doing online at pugilism.org, backsword.org, and through YouTube and the Patreon system in order to try and generate some income by providing information and training for people wherever they are around the world. So please check it out, have a look. If you're willing to contribute $1 or $2 every week or two, then that would be fantastic. It's very much appreciated. And I'm going to mention it a lot, so I won't apologise for saying it. But anyway, it's good to be back, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts.